Have you ever opened your closet, slipped into a dress or blouse with a bold print, and then wondered why you suddenly looked older instead of refreshed? Prints can be playful, elegant, and expressive, but the wrong ones after 60 can quietly add years to your appearance without you even realizing it. That's why today's video is all about uncovering the hidden age traps in your wardrobe and showing you how to make smarter choices that highlight your beauty, confidence, and timeless style. Because here's the truth. Fashion for mature women isn't about hiding who you are or sticking to safe, boring outfits. It's about choosing pieces that make you feel vibrant and sophisticated. Certain prints, however, send the opposite message. They overwhelm your features, clash with your natural elegance, and instead of helping you look polished, they make your outfit look dated or distracting. The good news: once you know which prints to avoid, it's surprisingly easy to replace them with patterns that flatter your shape, brighten your face, and reflect the confident woman you are today. From oversized florals to outdated animal prints, we'll go through the most common mistakes, and I'll show you what to wear instead, so you feel stylish without trying too hard. So if you're ready to step into the world of effortless elegance and discover the prints that may be secretly working against you, let's start with the first one on our list. Floral prints are a classic in women's fashion, and it's easy to see why. They feel feminine, romantic, and full of life. But here's the catch. When the flowers are oversized, too colorful, or overly busy, they can actually work against you after 60. Instead of giving off a soft, graceful vibe, these prints often overwhelm your frame and draw more attention to the fabric than to you. The result? You end up looking hidden inside your clothes rather than highlighted by them. Think about a dress covered in giant roses in clashing shades of red, pink, and purple. At first glance, it may seem cheerful and bold, but on a mature woman, it often looks heavy, distracting, and even dated. The eye doesn't know where to land, and instead of focusing on your face, your best feature, the viewer's attention is stuck on the busy pattern. That doesn't mean you have to give up florals completely. In fact, floral prints can be very flattering when done right. Smaller, more delicate blooms in subtle color palettes feel sophisticated and timeless. They frame your body in a softer way, adding charm without stealing the spotlight. A blouse with watercolor-style florals in muted blues or blush tones can make you look polished and modern without feeling over the top. The key is balance. Look for florals that complement your personality, not overwhelm it. When you choose prints that are scaled to your proportions and paired with solid neutrals, the effect is instantly elegant. And while oversized florals can be tricky, they're not the only print that quietly adds years. Next, let's talk about a pattern that was once considered glamorous but now often makes women look dated: animal prints. Animal prints have always carried a sense of drama and boldness. From leopard coats to zebra stripes, these patterns once symbolized confidence and glamour. But here's the truth: not all animal prints age well, especially when worn by women over 60. The wrong version, think oversized leopard spots in shiny fabrics or tiger stripes in neon colors, can look loud, harsh, and even cheap. Instead of radiating sophistication, they pull your look back in time and add years to your appearance. The problem often lies in scale and intensity. Large, exaggerated prints dominate your frame and send the message of trying too hard. A floor-length leopard coat or a blouse with bold, contrasting zebra stripes may have turned heads in the past, but today they risk making you look more costume-like than chic. What you want at this stage of life is elegance that feels effortless, not forced. That doesn't mean you have to abandon animal prints completely. When done in a subtle modern way, they can be surprisingly flattering. A snakeskin pattern in neutral shades of gray or taupe can look refined and chic. A leopard print scarf in muted tones layered over a simple black dress adds just the right amount of edge without overwhelming the outfit. The secret is choosing prints that are softer, more abstract, and closer to natural tones. When you opt for understated animal prints, you still get that playful touch, but with a sense of balance and sophistication. The focus remains on you, not the fabric. Now, if animal prints can look overpowering when taken too far, the next pattern on our list has the opposite problem. It seems harmless and even charming, but ends up making your outfit look stuck in the past. Let's take a closer look at polka dots. Polka dots are one of those prints that never really disappear from fashion. They come and go in waves, and for many women, they bring back fond memories of classic Hollywood stars or vintage office wear. But not all polka dots work in your favor after 60. In fact, the tiniest dots or retro style patterns from the 60s and 70s can unintentionally make you look older. Why does this happen? Tiny polka dots, especially when tightly packed together, create a busy, jittery effect. Instead of highlighting your shape, they blur your silhouette and make the outfit feel flat. Retro dots, on the other hand, often come in outdated color combinations, like mustard yellow and brown or navy with stark white, that instantly transport the look to another era. While nostalgic, they rarely translate as chic in today's fashion. The good news is that polka dots can still look elegant when done right. Medium-sized dots spaced evenly on a modern cut blouse or skirt can add a playful yet sophisticated touch. Larger dots in soft neutrals or muted tones feel fresh, not dated. Even better, mixing polka dots with solid pieces, like pairing a dotted blouse with sleek trousers, keeps the pattern from overpowering your look. If you love dots, choose versions that feel modern and minimal rather than vintage and busy. It's about finding a scale and palette that flatters your features instead of clashing with them. And while polka dots can feel outdated in the wrong context, there's another print that often struggles with the same issue. Plaids and heavy checks may feel traditional and sturdy, but they can also weigh down your style if you're not careful. Let's explore why in the next section. Plaid and checkered prints have long been associated with tradition, coziness, and timeless style. Think Scottish tartans, lumberjack shirts, or school uniforms. These patterns carry history. But here's the challenge. When plaids or checks are too bold, heavy, or colorful, they can easily overpower women over 60 and make outfits look dated or bulky. Large, high-contrast plaids, like bright red and green checks, tend to dominate your frame rather than complement it. They often remind people of picnic blankets or holiday tablecloths rather than chic, modern clothing. And when worn head to toe, such as in a long plaid coat or an oversized shirt, they can add visual weight that makes you appear broader and older. The same goes for heavy checks. Thick black and white grids or bold tartans in clashing hues can feel stiff and harsh, which doesn't play well with the softer elegance many mature women want to highlight. Instead of looking polished, the outfit can come across as costume-like, almost as if it belongs to a different decade. But that doesn't mean plaids are off the table. Subtle versions can be incredibly flattering. Smaller, muted checks in neutral shades, like gray, beige, or soft navy, offer structure without overwhelming your look. A tailored blazer with a fine plaid pattern can add sophistication, while a check scarf or skirt in subdued tones gives a gentle nod to tradition without dragging you backward in time. The secret is scale and color. Choose plaids that are fine-lined, modern, and in shades that work with your complexion. When combined with solid pieces, they create balance and allow your personality, not just the print, to shine. Plaid and checks can aid you when they're too bold, but stripes present a different kind of problem. While they may seem like a safe choice, the wrong type of stripe can just as easily make you look older. Let's break down why stripes deserve a closer look in the next section. Stripes are often considered one of the safest prints in fashion. They're simple, versatile, and easy to find in almost every wardrobe. But here's the surprising truth. Not all stripes are created equal, and certain versions can instantly make women over 60 look older. Horizontal stripes, especially when they're thick and high contrast, are one of the biggest culprits. Wide navy and white stripes across a sweater, for example, can visually widen the body and create a boxy shape. Instead of slimming or elongating, they often highlight areas you'd prefer to soften. Vertical stripes, on the other hand, are usually thought to be slimming. But when the stripes are too bold, like black and white lines that look more like a referee's uniform, the effect is harsh and dated rather than elegant. The issue lies in balance. Strong, heavy stripes dominate your figure, drawing the eye away from your face and onto the pattern itself. This makes the outfit feel more costume-like than chic. And when paired with outdated cuts or loud colors, stripes can send your look straight back in time. But you don't need to give up stripes altogether. Softer, thinner stripes in neutral or pastel shades can be incredibly flattering. Think of a cream blouse with fine gray pinstripes or a light blue shirt with delicate white lines. These versions create a gentle, elongating effect without overwhelming your frame. They add subtle sophistication and keep your style feeling fresh and modern. The key is subtlety. Let the stripes enhance your outfit rather than take over. When chosen carefully, they can still be a timeless part of your wardrobe. And while stripes can be tricky, the next category of prints is perhaps the most misleading. At first glance, they seem playful and youthful, but in reality, they can make you look like you're trying too hard. Let's talk about cartoonish or novelty prints. Every woman enjoys a touch of fun in her wardrobe, and prints are a natural way to express personality. But once you step into your 60s, cartoonish or novelty prints can do more harm than good. Think t-shirts covered in oversized holiday motifs, dresses scattered with playful emojis, or sweaters decorated with cartoon characters. While they may feel cheerful, these prints rarely deliver the elegant, confident message most mature women want to send. The challenge is that novelty prints often create the opposite effect of what you intend. Instead of appearing playful and lighthearted, they can make you look as though you're trying to recapture a youth that has already passed. Rather than making you seem younger, the look can feel forced, even a little gimmicky. And for women who want to be taken seriously while still enjoying fashion, that's not the image you deserve. That doesn't mean you need to give up creativity in your outfits. Instead, swap out novelty prints for artistic, abstract patterns that capture the same sense of fun while keeping things sophisticated. For example, a watercolor-inspired blouse in flowing shades of blue and green brings movement and vibrancy without looking juvenile. An abstract geometric print scarf can add personality to a simple outfit while keeping your style polished. Even a tasteful tie-dye in muted colors can feel modern and chic. Fashion at this stage of life should celebrate your individuality without diminishing your elegance. By trading novelty prints for more refined patterns, you can keep your look fresh, expressive, and age-appropriate. And now that we've talked about the prints to avoid, it's only fair to explore the positive side. Which patterns actually flatter women over 60 and bring out their best features? Let's move on to the smart alternatives you'll want to embrace. Now that we've covered the prints that can quietly age you, let's shift our focus to the exciting part, the patterns that truly flatter women over 60. Because the key to dressing well at this stage of life isn't about avoiding everything, it's about choosing wisely. With the right alternatives, you can highlight your personality, embrace your confidence, and create a wardrobe that feels both modern and timeless. One of the best options is abstract art-inspired prints. These patterns feel sophisticated because they're not literal. They suggest movement, creativity, and style without overwhelming your look. A blouse with sweeping brushstroke designs in soft neutrals or jewel tones can instantly elevate your outfit while keeping the focus on you. Watercolor florals are another excellent choice. Unlike the oversized, busy florals we talked about earlier, watercolor versions have a softness that flatters mature women beautifully. They're subtle, romantic, and refined, adding charm without shouting for attention. Geometric prints, when kept minimal, are also highly flattering. Think clean lines, small, repeating patterns, or tone-on-tone designs that add visual interest without overpowering your frame. These patterns give off a modern, chic vibe while remaining versatile enough for both casual and dressy settings. And don't overlook tone-on-tone textures. These prints are often so subtle they almost read as solid, but they give depth and richness to your outfit. A cream blouse with ivory jacquard detailing or a navy dress with subtle embossed patterns adds dimension while staying sleek and sophisticated. By focusing on these kinds of patterns, you'll find yourself looking polished, elegant, and fresh. It's not about losing your sense of fun. It's about channeling it in ways that highlight the confident, stylish woman you are today. Now that you've seen which prints to let go of and which to embrace, let's bring everything together with a quick recap and a powerful reminder in our conclusion. We've just walked through some of the most common prints that can quietly add years to your look. Oversized florals, outdated animal prints, tiny retro dots, bold plaids, harsh stripes, and novelty designs. Each of these may seem harmless at first glance, but together they often distract from your natural elegance and shift the focus away from you. The truth is, style after 60 isn't about giving things up. It's about elevating what already works for you. By letting go of these dated or overpowering patterns, you open the door to prints that truly celebrate who you are today. Abstract designs, watercolor florals, geometric shapes, and tone-on-tone patterns bring freshness, sophistication, and personality without stealing the spotlight. These choices flatter your figure, highlight your features, and send a message of confidence and timeless style. Remember, fashion for mature women isn't about trying to look 20 years younger. It's about looking like the best version of yourself right now. When you choose prints that complement your natural beauty instead of competing with it, your outfits become effortless. You project strength, grace, and vitality, all the qualities that make this stage of life so powerful. If this video gave you clarity and inspiration, I encourage you to keep exploring. On this channel, we dive into everything from timeless fashion staples to chic hairstyles that flatter women over 60. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share which prints you're ready to say goodbye to. And if you're wondering what wardrobe pieces will never go out of style for mature women, be sure to check out my video on timeless fashion staples for women over 60. It's the perfect next step to building a wardrobe that feels fresh, elegant, and completely you.